Hey everybody, welcome to Sweetcast. It is Clint, and I have a topic. This is kind of a reaction video. Your boy Zach put out a video. I realized it had been like days, which is unusual for me. It had been a little while since I'd watched literally any of his videos, and I think it's just because I've been busy. But I watched one today, and he talked a little bit about the whole like support comic book shops thing. And so I thought it was good, and I wanted to sort of add my 2 cents to it. Before I get into that, Downcast Rise and Fall, I just put out an update today, and all of the line art is done. Pencils and inks are all finished. We've got 7 pages left to color, working on all of the extra. There's just all these little loose ends. But the good news is the loose ends go faster than the actual book. So I'm super stoked. Line art's finished. That's a huge step. Only 7 pages of colors left, and Damien is actually a really fast colorist. So I suspect that the main story is going to be finished here really quickly. Can't wait. We're like one backer away, literally one backer away from $36,000. So if you want to be that one backer, check it out. It's in the link in the description below. And I think while I'm doing this little reaction video, I'm going to show you a page here from Downcast. This is one of the finished colored pages. I'm really stoked about it. Okay, so the topic, this is one that keeps coming up often, and that is, why are you not supporting a comic book shop? People complain that if you are running a crowdfunding campaign, you're taking money out of the pocket of small business owners that run comic book shops. The goal in this is to guilt you, perhaps. I think partially, though, honestly, it has become the culture surrounding comics. When did this develop? I'm not really quite sure when it all developed, but it has turned into this thing where comic book shops are the reason why you should fail. If comic books are failing, everyone should be failing. That's absurd. It's ridiculous. Basically, it's saying, why crowdfund your book? You're a small business owner, yes. You're a creator, you are running your own business. That's fine, but you cannot interfere with this other small business owner. He is superior to you. Why is that? Why is that the case? Ultimately, that's what's going on. You're choosing between two small business owners, or at least that's how they are trying to frame it. Now, Downcast, to me, they're two different markets, really, completely. I don't back crowdfunding campaigns because I can't get those books in the comic book shops. That's never been how I've thought of things. I want the special thing from the crowdfunding campaign. It's a different kind of thing. It's not exactly the same. There's no guarantee you're going to get it in the shop anyway. And let's be frank, most comic book shops don't care to even, buy those things. Ultimately, they're buying from Diamond. So you should support Diamond because small business owners, small comic book shops. See how ridiculous this is? Not into guilt capitalism. That's not how it should work. Give me a reason to go to a comic book shop, and I will go to a comic book shop. Give me a reason to go to a crowdfunding campaign, and I will go to that crowdfunding campaign. They are not mutually exclusive. In the case of Downcast, it's going to be in comic book shops in a totally different format. If you want to get newspaper floppies, you can go to a comic book shop, ones that are actually ordering books from Alterna, and you can get those books, or you can order directly from Alterna. There are different routes to go, and it made people upset. This is the shocking thing to me, that it was like a us versus them thing. It made people upset on both sides. When I had the announcement that you should not be supporting comic book shops, screw comic book shops. Well, this is business. It's not personal. If there is a person, a particular comic book shop that has slighted me, or you or anybody, then I guess it becomes personal. If you want to make it personal, but the general idea of comic book retailers, there are retailers that will sell my book. They will make money off that book, and I will make money off that book. That's fantastic. It's getting it out to more people. There are also backers who choose, I run a small business, which is my own little publishing imprint. You want to back my books on a crowdfunding site? I love you. I appreciate you. I'm so grateful for your support. you're supporting a local, or not local, if you live local to me, but you're supporting a small business. Can you also support your comic book shop? Of course you can. It's not taking money out of the pocket of a small business owner. Comics almost across the board is all small business owners. It's such an interesting and small industry that way. Uh, in fact, the only argument I think I'd make is that Diamond, the sole distributor, is probably the biggest fish in this pond that is comics. I realize that Marvel and Disney and AT&T, you get these other bigger companies involved, but they're not solely comics. I'm specifically just talking about the comic book industry. So I don't like anybody to tell me what I can and cannot buy and try to guilt me into who I should be supporting and how I should be supporting them. That's my decision. That is your decision. And comic book shops, if they want to operate and keep selling comics, I think it's better to sort of reject that narrative. And to be fair, I generally don't hear retailers using that kind of language. It's usually other people that are using comic book shops as some kind of a weapon or some kind of a shield. And so they'll use that kind of rhetoric. Comic book shops, I think if you're a businessman, you know that you got to make business, you got to make sales. And so finding ways to get people into your comic book shops without using guilt as the method, that's a great way to go. I think there are shops that absolutely do that. They're doing it the right way. So please, this culture in comics where you have to be guilted into supporting comic book shops, can we please stop that? It's ridiculous. In fact, it kind of makes me feel like there's a problem that you're trying to cover up. You know, if we could be honest about it and just say, you know what, I know my local comic book shop has got this oversized hardcover Ninja Turtles annual book in a slipcase, and when I open it up, it is signed by Kevin Eastman. I want that. And I don't think I can get that online. Maybe I can. I'm not even sure where I would even find the thing. It's just so unique and special. But I know I can go to my comic book shop and get it. And I can see the condition that it's in. It's in great condition. That makes me want to go to my comic book shop to purchase something. They gave me a reason to go there. You can buy single issues. You can buy a whole load of them at a comic book shop. And you're probably going to get a better price, generally speaking, especially on back issues, than you would on eBay, because you're not paying shipping for all these individual books. You can just go look through it. It's the fun, it's the experience. You're selling so many other things. Please stop using guilt to sell comics. It's not helpful. It's counterproductive. It does not, it's just a bad idea. All right, so there's my rant. Let me know what you think. I do get tired of hearing this, but I think eventually people are going to move past it and realize that crowdfunding, it's just part of the equation. There are people that are making money on crowdfunding. I am by no means, doing it alone with crowdfunding. Like, I've got a full-time job. I'm a part-time creator, but I have the opportunity to make books because of crowdfunding. That is opportunity that has not been afforded to me by small comic book shops, though maybe someday I will get a paycheck from a comic book shop when they buy my books, that I crowdfund. That'll be awesome. I'd love to have that. Until then, crowdfunding has been an awesome route to get books made, even when pencils are down everywhere. So can we, as an industry, and I am part of that industry, can we accept that crowdfunding is a viable route for comics? And instead of kicking against the pricks or complaining about it like it's the winds of change, embrace it and find out how you can be successful in your business. I think even retail shops could benefit from crowdfunding. Maybe there's something to it. Maybe retail shops could benefit from doing social media marketing, maybe in a little bit different ways. Maybe they could approach it and embrace it because it's working. It's working right now when other things are not working. All right, so thanks very much for listening. Let me know your comments. And here's a page from Downcast. I'm so excited about this. We're working through it and wrapping things up. I need to order mailers and all of that jazz. It's going to be intense. I think hopefully this time around that'll be a little bit more straightforward because I'll have a system down already. And yeah, thanks everyone for backing. Really appreciate it. I will see you next time.